Good morning. We're going to get started in 2 seconds. Sit down now. Sit down now. Y'all just get me like 5 seconds. Like 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Oh, I got so many things. Okay. Hello, social media. Good morning and welcome. Welcome to 1 Million Cups today on Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning at Incubizo. Welcome and thank you for joining us. My name is Lisa Davis. I will be your MC for today. And it is always a pleasure to be here amongst all small business owners, community, and everybody else at 1 Million Cups on Wednesdays. I'm so excited that you're here. So I need to flip the script. No, what? Where are we? Where's the start? Where is the start? Okay. Nope. Yeah. Okay. So again, welcome to 1 Million Cups. And my name is Lisa Davis. I will be your MC today. And a little bit about 1 Million Cups. This is a place that we get together on Wednesday mornings at 8:30 in the morning, small business owners to come together in community, to talk to others that have small businesses about the gripes and complaints and the wonderfulness of being a small business owner and an entrepreneur. We meet here on Wednesday mornings at 8:30, have a cup of coffee and a conversation because it is just the thing to do and to network and meet others that are going through some of the things that we're going through. Please to sign in. Oh, do we do all this on this slide or you want me? There are about 118 communities across the country. This is an initiative founded by the Kaufman Foundation. And in their belief, in their mindset, they think that on Wednesday mornings at 8:30 in the morning, there are going to be 1 million small business owners, entrepreneurs, founders getting together, having a cup of coffee, and sharing stories about the wonderfulness of being an entrepreneur. So, what we would like to do today is we would like to find out, is there any past presenters that are here today? If there are, raise your hand. Awesome. I want people to remember who those are if this is your first time. Now, if this is your first time here today, please stand up. Ooh. All right. Welcome, first-timers. Welcome. We are so glad you're here. I hope you remember the answer to the quiz and you remember the people that raised their hands when I first asked who has presented already, because if this is your first time here, we want you to see how the presentation goes. We want you to feel welcome. We want you to feel happy, and we want you to think about presenting, and you can ask those people that have presented in the past how it feels to present in the future. The other thing we want to ask are, where are our organizers? So if you're an organizer for 1 Million Cups, we are the people that help to put this together every single week. We volunteer our time, our efforts, our talents. Volunteers, I want y'all to stand up, the people that sit at the table with me. Hello. These are the people responsible for making this happen every single week with hard work. So our community partners are Incubizo, that makes this happen. This is the wonderful space that we were in. This co-working space, community space, place where you can do conferences, you can have a workshop, they have conference space available. Then we have Madison Heights Hazel Park, Chamber of Commerce, Oakland Thrive, and PMP and K.E. Lane. I always say that wrong, K.E. Lane Photography. That gives us our awesome photos that you'll see on social media. Please follow us on social media at 1 Million Cups Metro Detroit. Now we have a thing called coffee sponsor. And if any of you have a cup of coffee, this was given graciously by our coffee sponsor. We have a coffee sponsor that we partner with every single week. Coffee sponsor provides coffee, sometimes some sugary treats or some delectable treats, and they help to fuel us in the morning as we sit here, network, make friends, make connections, and listen to the presentations. If you're interested in being a coffee sponsor, you can email us at DetroitMetro@1millioncups.com, or you can reach out to Christina, and she will help you to become a coffee sponsor. Plan to purchase coffee and snacks for a room full of about 70 guests. So today's coffee sponsor is Incubizo. Incubizo is going to come up and talk. Being a coffee sponsor is the one time you can come up front, talk about your business, pitch it, and get people interested. So if you're interested in being a coffee sponsor, please talk to Christina because it is an awesome thing to do to get your business and the information about your business out there. Hey, Daryl.
Good morning. Thank you, Lisa. It is so good to see so many beautiful smiling faces here this morning. I want to tell you a little bit about Incubizo. What is an Incubizo? That's a good question, isn't it? It is a co-working community designed really to help small businesses and entrepreneurs, to give them a safe space to come and create, to be able to meet and to interact with other small business owners and entrepreneurs as well. So whether you just need a space just to come and sit at a desk to get out of your home, or you're looking for a conference room or a gathering space for your team, or you need a physical office, whether you're a real estate person or you're an insurance person, or just a small business owner that needs an office in a community that's really going to be supportive of what you're doing and a safe, inclusive environment to work in. Josh is one of the managing partners for this wonderful community, and we're going to continue to build this out. But we need your help in order to do that. So thank you for coming out today.
Yeah, thank you. So Daryl is working with us at Incubizo now, which I'm not sure if everybody saw that on LinkedIn. I should probably have celebrated that more than maybe I did.
Celebrate Daryl.
Woo! Yeah, so you see us out and about, doing things as Daryl's mentioning. Community is really important for us, so we're going to continue that stuff. So we're open to feedback for things that people want to see. The things that people want to participate in, please let us know. And I just got to say, thank you to the 1 Million Cups. We've been doing this since 2.5 years. That's how I met Daryl. This works if people participate and continue to come. So thank you for doing that, and we'll be here every Wednesday.
You have no idea how hard that was for him. So give him a hand, he did a really nice job. One of the values that we bring to this community is programming, as well as tools and resources that help you to grow your small business. And coming up soon is a podcast cohort. Podcast is really popular these days. And if you're thinking about a podcast, if you'd like to know what it takes to have a successful podcast, we're going to teach you that. And Matt, where's Matt?
Oh, I'm right here.
Matt's going to give us some more information about the upcoming podcast.
Yeah. And PJ is
Oh, Matt
coming.
and PJ.
We're both coming up.
The dynamic duo.
Okay, thank you. Hey everybody, I'm Matt Noss, and this is
PJ Jacobs.
And we're here to tell you about a few things that we're doing here. We're going to advance 2 slides, I want to say, if we can grab it and make it work. There we go. So we run the podcast studio here for the video podcasting. The 2 of us together, we're in there making it happen. He's moving, I'm moving. We're both moving at the same time. All the stuff that you do on camera. Just nonstop movement. Can't help ourselves. Well, we do have a podcast studio here, a video podcast studio here. Great mics, cameras, making it happen.
Oh, wow, says the clip. For the last couple of months now, we've been running the studio down the hallway. You can see it after 1 Million Cups if you're interested. And it's both video and audio podcasts to help sell your business.
Yeah. One thing that we're doing here for 1 Million Cups is a new programming called The Pour Over, where we have an interview with the presenter post their presentation.
Spoiler, you're about to be interviewed.
Yeah. And we've been putting this up online, and it's just an opportunity, again, to get the 1 Million Cups message out there, get feedback from our presenters, and
yeah. So if you see the pour over online and you appreciated the presenter that spoke, please feel free to share it, add your thoughts, and keep the conversation going.
Yep, and we are exploring the possibility of adding previous presenters into the pour over world. If you're like, oh, I'd love to do that, we'll find doing this first and making sure we got this SOP locked in, and then we'll move to the next step. Locked in.
All right. And lastly, look how happy we are.
We are 2 podcasting dudes.
But coming this fall is the concept to content cohort. which will be as fun to say. Oh, you want us on camera? It's almost like we're in charge of the camera sometimes too. All right, great. So the concept to content cohort is a cohort coming up this fall here at Incubizo, where we will walk you through creating your own podcast from concept to content.
Yes, one of the things that PJ and I have done is, in talking to the community here, kind of started to understand where the pain points are. I've heard a lot of, I don't know what my show would be. Sounds like podcasting is pretty crowded. The time commitment, everything that it takes. What this concept to content cohort, love alliteration, the goal of it is to demystify those things, break those down, give you a system so that you can leave at the end with your podcast ready to go.
Yep, and that's pretty much it. So
we have a wait list if you are interested in finding out more information about that. We have the wait list going there right now. Yeah. And just, it's like, okay, well, I've never seen you two dudes before. Do you have a backstory or something that can tell you, that we can tell you? Yes, I can tell you. I've been a podcaster for over 16 years, have 4 shows, over 100 episodes, currently podcasting one over 10 years. Before that, and during all of that, I was a trainer at General Motors and a process developer at General Motors. So basically, training, content, podcasting, that's my wheelhouse.
And my background's all entertainment. I ran a comedy theater for 15 years, produced the Detroit Improv Festival for 10. I've worked in TV and commercials in the past, so we have a pretty good idea of what it takes to entertain someone and get your message across.
So check us out. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Don't they have the greatest voices? They have that podcast voice. I feel squeaky sometimes. So, ready to present? What is this? What am I supposed to do?
QR code for anyone.
Oh, if you are interested in being a presenter, here's the QR code to sign up. This will get you in the pipeline so that we can get you forwarded through the coaching and all the other things that you need to do in order to be a presenter. So if it's something that you think you want to do, please scan the QR code and we'll get you in the log to sign up to be a presenter. So today's presenter, what is this? Y'all be changing stuff. Support entrepreneurial growth and eliminate barriers to success. So these are the guiding principles of presenting. What is
These
it?
are the guiding principles for those who give comments. In other words, you want to do it in a way that it's supportive for the.
I missed the training. Oh, Lord. Okay. So, curiosity over curriculum, collaboration over critique, actionable kind of feedback. These are the feedback that people are supposed to give the presenters. So, when you come up to speak, and you want to give a comment back to the presenters once they pose their community question. All presenters talk about their business, how they got started, why they got started, and they talk about some of the barriers they have hit, and then what is their pain point? What is their pain point? And they would hear 1 million cuppers, you are the community. Your job is to come up and give them some feedback and how you can help them solve their pain point. And so what we're saying is, curiosity over criticism. Don't come up here critiquing people. It's already hard to come up here and present. And if you're an entrepreneur, you know your business is your baby, okay? So it's already hard to lay it all out here for everybody to be open to and to tell you whatever they want to tell you. So when you come up to give them feedback, give them a little curiosity, a little bit interest into their business, collaborate. Think about collaborating instead of critiquing, and then some actionable steps that people can take, right? Don't be too vague. Give them some actionable steps. I do want to say it's not a time to dialogue and go back and forth. It is a time to come up and give them some things that they can chew on, okay? So that's what the comments are from the community. And this week's presenter is Ayah Rashid. I can't see the name of the company, but Ayah, please come up. It's your turn to present.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
I got a lot going on. Oh, yes, please. Thank you so much. Okay, good morning. My name is Ayah Rashid, and my business is Ayah's Creative Creations. I create handmade crochet pieces that are custom, colorful, and sometimes a little unexpected. And what started as something very personal to me has slowly started becoming something I realized could actually be a business. So about me. I'm a mom. I work full-time in healthcare, and I've pretty much always been a creative person. I've always loved making things and figuring out how to turn an idea in my head into something real, but crochet became different for me. It wasn't something I originally picked up because I wanted to start a business. It came into my life when I really needed an outlet. In 2023, my daughter Lily was hit by a car in a hit-and-run accident. She suffered a traumatic brain injury and some very serious physical injuries, and our lives basically changed overnight. I was overwhelmed. I was her mom, her caregiver, and her advocate, and everything. And somewhere in all of that, my therapist told me that I needed to find something that was just for me. So I picked up a crochet hook. At first, crochet was simply somewhere for me to put my energy. It gave my hands something to do and my mind somewhere peaceful to go. I thought I was learning a craft. Looking back, I was actually learning how to heal. And eventually, that little outlet became Ayah's creative creations. I make custom characters and keepsakes, wearables, bags, accessories, and statement pieces. What I really love is making things that people don't necessarily expect to see crocheted. I like taking an idea, a character, or even something somebody remembered from their childhood and figuring out how to recreate that feeling with yarn. One of my favorite reactions is basically, wait, that's yarn? That's what I want my work to feel like. Handmade, personal, and also unexpected. My biggest challenge is that the creativity has grown faster than the business structure around it. People see my work online or in person, they ask questions, they request things, and I'm getting interest. But I don't have one clear path that takes somebody from, oh my God, I love that, to actually placing an order. And because everything is handmade, I also have to figure out how to grow without taking away the creativity and detail that make people interested in my work in the first place. And I think part of my challenge is that I've been operating with like a creative person who happens to sell things instead of like a business owner. Somebody will see something I made and say, "Can you make me one?" And then I'll figure out the price. And then I'm figuring out the price, the timeline, the design, and everything else individually. That works when you're making a few things for people you know, but it doesn't give me a system I can actually grow. I don't want to lose the part where someone can come to me with a crazy idea and figure out how to make it, but I also don't want every sale to require me reinventing the entire business from scratch. So far, I've been experimenting instead of trying to build everything at once. I've used TikTok and Instagram to show my projects and my progress. I've gotten customers and followers through word of mouth, and I pay attention to what people stop for, ask about, share, and request. I'm also starting to think beyond just custom orders, things like digital patterns and eventually having a stronger online sales presence. One of the biggest things I've learned is that people respond to the imagination behind the work. They don't just want to see stitches, they want to see what those stitches can become. But I've also learned that attention doesn't automatically equal sales. So now I need to take all of that interest and build a clear offer, better pricing, and an easier way for customers to actually buy. And this is really where I need your help. My main question is, how do I turn growing interest in what I create into a sustainable business? I'd love guidance around 3 things: how to convert social media and custom inquiries into consistent orders, how to price handmade work in a way that actually values my time and skill, and what I should focus on first: custom pieces, ready-to-buy products, or digital patterns. I know I can make more. What I'm trying to learn now is how to build smarter. So that's it. Ayah's Creative Creations. I'm excited to see what this can grow into, and I would genuinely love your feedback, ideas, resources, or connections. Thank you for listening, and if you want to see what ridiculous thing I decide to crochet next, definitely follow me on TikTok.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very nice. Nice. I would say one of the things is understanding the cost of your business. How much does it cost to make your product? The cost of doing business is an entire analysis, and it'll help you to learn how to price. However, at this time, we're asking the community to come up and give your feedback, help Ayah figure out the challenges, give her some constructive advice. Are you in line to come up? And we're gonna have the line start over here. You just come up, grab the mic, stand here. We're on social media, so we have this camera, and then also so that you're in front of the audience here. So come on.
Good morning. First of all, I want to say that was an amazing presentation. And you ain't seem nervous. You weren't nervous. But what I wanted to say is, so you got a lot of customers. So the issue that I've been having is like, I only do customs, but sometimes people want to have like a piece that they can come grab. And you might not be able to do that all the time. So you should have like a personal piece, like a piece that they can get on an everyday basis in all sizes, and then you can personally have your own pieces. So I make personal pieces, but then I have take us home where I have hoodies and I have t-shirts and stuff like that, to where people that want to support or people that just want to wear take us home merchandise, they can get that as well. But then they also can come back and we can get some real pieces made, but that's going to be a total different price than what your regular piece is going to be. So that's just something that I would say.
Hi, my name is Jim Poole, the Director of the Madison Heights Hazel Park Chamber of Commerce. Really glad to have you with us today. Your presentation was awesome. I really especially loved your line about what began as a hobby turned into a way to heal, which really now is becoming a transforming thing for you, where you're learning to provide income for yourself in a way that's really cool, and help other people, which is really powerful. Specifically, I thought, did you make this?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was wondering, because I have two recognitions. It's really nice, so I thought you for sure did. So two things. One, back at our table, we were talking about how we would have a great idea if you had a thing here that might help with number one, like having a piece of B2C for hands-on touch feel might turn into going into an order that would come back and use all around stakeholders. Frickin' Frank. That's just a thought for next, when you do this again, when you come back and tell us about how things great are going, you can do that.
Okay.
Number two, we're literally doing today at lunch a workshop on exactly that topic that you can come to we'd love to have you come. And it's right there. And so she turned a hobby into a business that has grown and ships internationally, all that stuff. So she's literally gonna be talking about the very thing that you're wondering about. And everyone's invited, subtle pitch. And so we'd love for you to come. Specifically though, lunch is provided.
Okay.
So it's at noon. Yeah. So when you're done with pour over, then come and do this lunch. We'd love to have you. Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Ayah.
That's great advice. I don't know why I'm on here now. You just go there. Go to that event. Hi, everyone. My name is Melissa Claire Davis. You did really well. I was really touched by your overall, I was really touched by your story. I thought your story was great. And I just wanted to mention, the one thing you mentioned in your story was that you needed to find, your therapist told you needed to find some sort of relief.
Yes.
There's a lot of people out here who want that sort of relief. So not only do you want to add custom pieces ready to buy in digital patterns, but I think just helping people look at crocheting as healing and teaching people to do it. You started in 2023.
Yes.
Some of the work is amazing that you've done in the last 3 years. I know I used to crochet, and I would think you need to build up years to get that experience. But I do think there's a little bit which could help with the growth of just creating classes or things that could help people heal through crocheting. Addition to that, and going to the event, and I'm a marketer, so the marketing plan, like the business plan, these are questions from a business plan perspective, and going through programs that will allow you to do that. There's a couple of great ones. I'll just plug National Entrepreneur Association, NEA. They're local. They do a program that is basically free every quarter And I can give you some information about them afterwards, and you can, and it's virtual, so it makes it easy for you, so I'll provide that to you as well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hi. Good morning. Nice to meet you.
From Global Payments, thank you for sharing your story about your daughter. So just a couple things. Sorry. So just a couple things. So I totally feel the motivation and the, I guess, empathy for people that are going through the same things that you have gone through, whether it's an accident or something else. I think there's a lot of children, a lot of teens, a lot of adults, all ages, whether it's people that are patients at a children's hospital,
Yes.
or part of an organization like Gilda's Club, etc. There's a lot of organizations that you could partner with, I think, that would hire you, as long as you're open to being a teacher. I think that's the common theme here. Being a teacher to let people know your skills and to show them what you've learned and what you've gone through. I think that's all part of it. But those organizations, and I have connections to some of those organizations, and I'm more than happy to help you. Because a lot of those organizations are also supported by grants that will secondarily help you. One other thing is, I didn't get a chance to look at your social media, but you had mentioned creative ways. There's a lot of creative marketing professionals in this room, especially when it comes to whether it's podcasting or video. One thing I was thinking is, when you said you would like to create things, recreate things, it would be awesome to see like a time-lapse video of you crocheting something. Obviously, it takes a long time to do that, but if there's a creative way or a way to do that, even if it's something simple, look at something that you're trying to create, have that on one side, and on the other side, a time-lapse video of you recreating it. I think that'd be awesome. Yeah, but thank you.
Hi. Great presentation. Good to see you. I'm Matt. I'm from Gather Media. And I wanted to talk about the first one. I think there's a lot of great ideas, and actually Jack's idea is great. If you aren't, and I don't know yet, if you're not live streaming yourself crocheting, I would very much suggest that you do that. Work with your community. The other thing that I would say is there's a program called ManyChat, all is one word. And what that would allow you to do is on your TikTok Reels or on your Instagram Reels, just show the stuff that you're normally putting out there, but on the screen you type crochet. And what that will allow you to do is it auto DMs them. So then you can send them your landing page or whatever it is, your website where you have your items, your shop. And then basically, if we don't have a product right now, because honestly, timeline, I don't know how much it takes, just like we did with a wait list, you can create like a product wait list or a notify me to build up your emails. So then when you have enough interest and you have the product that the audience is telling you, oh my gosh, make this one, that can kind of get you out of this custom one-off world into, I know I can make this one consistently and build, and I have like what it takes to make this one. So if we have somebody else who's helping, they'll know. But that would be mine. So ManyChat and live stream, because on the live stream you can download the whole thing and then you can 2x it later through the editing software like CapCut, which is free, or DaVinci Resolve, which is free. Cool. Thank you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Juan, you co-founder of Real Givers Project, and 90% of the advice I would dispense has already been shared. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a deeper dive. And I remember when I was a kid, there was these figurines that my grandparents would collect, right? And it would show African Americans in front of coffee shops, in front of barber shops, and you know what I'm talking about, right? And I was always interested in the stories behind the figurines, right? And then I discovered that my grandmother used to actually crochet as well. And she had stories behind each one of her creations, right? And as I was listening to your story, one, it's powerful. I didn't have time to jump online like I normally would I couldn't find your online presence, but I'm gonna dig it up after this.
Yeah.
but I'd be curious to know whether or not you've woven your story into your online presence, right?
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know that if you have videos that are out there where you're actually in a creative process, whether or not you're actually telling a story about each creation that you make, right? To create that stickiness. So people aren't just coming there to buy a product, but they're coming there to acquire an experience. And that's something I would encourage you to kind of do a little bit of a deeper dive on. All the advice given is great, like letting people into your process, letting people into like what goes on behind the scenes and beyond the process with the conversations you're having with people. If you could collect testimonies or from people who had a good experience with your, you know, with your creations as well, and get them to share how it made an impact in their lives. These things create stickiness where people will come to your page not just because of what you're making, but because of the stories that are being told on there, right? And that stickiness will create a situation where people will be more inclined to support you.
Yes.
So that's something I'd encourage you to do a deeper dive in.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hello, Michelle Armstrong with Ignite Sales.
Speak up just a little bit to hear you.
There?
There.
There. I have so much to share with you and it's not fair, okay? You did a good job and I'm a crafter too. So I have several points to make for you and I have my little notepad here. So the first thing is, you asked, is that better? There, okay. So the first thing is you asked about sustainability, consistency, pricing, and digital patterns, right? You are considering a transformation stage. You are in transition, okay? The challenges that you do, you make custom work. You are transitioning into a designer, okay? That's what's happening. And the reason for that and the money that you can make on scale is going to come from a production solution. There is only one of you, and there are only so many hours in the day. So you're gonna have to figure out how to produce something to scale. Your digital patterns are that, okay? You need to do that. So, how are you gonna make money, right? Because that's what you asked. I'm never gonna be able to put a price tag on somebody's effort or love in a project, including my own. All I can do is look at my costs for the product, for the materials, and then slap something else on it as a crafter. But as a business owner, that's a piece you're gonna have to spend some time with. Okay. Here's where you're gonna be able to drive some traffic. Are you ready? You need to create a signature piece. Somebody mentioned that already. You need to create a signature piece that's exclusively yours. Something that you can reproduce, okay? The next thing is, you mentioned healing. And I completely understand what that is. And many people in this audience are healing from one thing or another. And you needed some mental health, okay? Something to, an outlet. My recommendation is that you take your products and add them to forms. Then you find inspiration behind a story, the story that someone shared with you for that creation. That becomes your content. You're going to make your digital design around the story of the person who contracted you, okay? So then now you've got a story. Now you're going to be able to tie that to a charity or a nonprofit. So coming up in October, we have major football season, right? So this is 2 months away, which is probably plenty of time for you to make something. So you can make a signature piece that someone else could do that stems, that's in pink, could be any color, you don't care what color somebody makes it in, but it'd be in pink, it'd be around football, and then you can tie it to the event. And now you've got backlinks and a connection to the community and a specific event that's also driving traffic to your website and the other spaces in your social media to get more information. When you do this, you can now take that concept, that strategy, and you will be able to license that piece to those particular nonprofit entities, which means I'm making something for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and here it is. And proceeds from this will go to such and such community. And you'll be able to also cite the person who inspired you for that particular piece. Now you are an official designer. Now you can be sought after, and your digital patterns are the way that you will make consistent month-over-month recurring revenue. Okay? There you go.
She said, that's it.
One more. You heard some wonderful things. The only thing I wanted to add is I love your story. To talk about the results of your story and how it has positively affected your life. That's the one thing I didn't hear in your story. Because people want to hear that, right? They love the story, but it's like, how did it change her? Where did she come from and now where is she? So that's the part I would add. But also I would like to add this piece. Every December, we do a pop-up here. We want to see your products. So we want to invite you to come back and you can sell your product in our pop-up in December. And we don't charge for that. So that is one of the cool things about staying connected to this community, that we want to see you continue to be in the community, okay? Excellent presentation.
Yeah. We got one more.
I'm sorry. I'm too shy to really get up, but I wanted to share with you something. Some avenues for you to show your product. And one of them was when I was in Atlanta, I went to an organization that was arranging on a continuous basis parties. Okay. And at that particular, I know there's another name for it, but I'm just going to say party. At that party, there was a gentleman, he was selling hats. And I was thinking that maybe you can partner up with a person that's in Detroit that does those parties on a continuous basis and have something like purses and things for that women like. But then I thought, the one thing that women do all the time is that we wear shoes that we're not comfortable in. And I thought, you crocheted some shoes. That meant you would be the star. The other thing is, there are tons of rehabilitation centers, and they always have different things that they do with their patients. It would be awesome if you could do a workshop and just have different rehabilitation places that you go to on a continuous basis, and they would pay you to do a workshop there.
Thank you. Great presentation. So I know we have some mic drop moments where you were like, done, got everything I need to know, I don't need nothing else. But out of all of the comments that you got, all the feedback, what is something that you think you can apply today?
I do like the idea of having some ready inventory, like the gentleman told me earlier. I also like traveling to see if people do need workshops and things like that.
And then what did you like, what was your favorite comment? What was the one thing that you liked the best?
I like the comment.
Can't hear you, hold your mic up.
Oh, I like the advice about the digital art. I'm sorry, the young lady who's up here with the orange on. Yes. A lot of the she said about how to market myself and brand out. I made a lot of sense.
Okay. And I want to offer you one more piece of advice, because I do have a cohort starting September 14th, and it teaches you how to be in business, and it will help you scale simply, because right now you're building the plane as you're flying it.
Yes.
And I also teach from a banker's perspective, because I was a banker for 25 years, how to understand how to price, how to understand all the cost that goes into your business, your deliverables, and then how to scale the business, because right now, like you said, as she's becoming a designer, she's trying to do all those things at once, where you kind of need to do it at piece by piece. And we talk about a lot of other things. So yeah, that starts September 14th. So more about my cohort that's coming up, but I want everybody to give her a round of applause. Thank you.
And just put it right on the table. Perfect. Thank you so much.
I think we got a success story coming up in 6 more months when she comes back to come back as a past presenter that's going to tell us how wonderful she's done in the last 6 months and how she's taken her business to the next level. Now, watch TV for upcoming events. We've got some TVs around here that are promoting events that are coming up. And like Matt, PJ said, somebody said, Jim said, there is a workshop here today at noon. So if you're already signed up, great. But if you didn't sign up, if you didn't register and you want to participate, I'm sure you'll be able to participate. It will be here at noon, I think in the back conference space. So please attend. And then wait, we gotta talk about my cohort. So, because we got a little bit extra time. There's Momentum Accelerator. This is a small business cohort. We have 4 spots available. What we talk about is how to be bankable, meaning how do you get funded? How do you get funded for lending? How do you get funded for a grant? How do you put your operations in place so that your business is able to scale, and then all the systems that you need? How do you use social media? Because I am also a social media influencer with 300,000 followers. So I can teach you how to use that tool in order to grow your business. How do you use AI when you're using social media? We also talk about your financials and your cash flow. Pretty much everything a lender, which is me, a former lender, needs in order to create a way to get you funded or get you a grant. So if you're interested, we've got about 4 more slots available. You can go to wherever the QR code takes you and sign up and apply. Oh, I always forget the money, because it's never about the money for me. We have a pitch contest. You can win up to $4,500. So we have 3 place winners. We have a first place winner at $1,500, second place is $1,000, third place is $500, and then by the graciousness of the Madison Heights Hazel Park Chamber, they've offered up an additional $3,000 grant, which will be a bonus. So either one of the small businesses can win the $3,000, or they can tap it on too if they want first place, that's $4,500. So if you want grant money that's free, that you kind of get the next day, then you also can join that cohort. The pitch contest is about being bankable. So you have to really prove to the judges that are bankers how you have learned now what you need to do to get qualified for a loan. So my pitch contest is a little bit different because I really want you to walk away with the knowledge of how to scale your business, fund it, grow it, and continue to grow it. So the pitch contest, you can win up to $4,500. So I need to say something else. Nope, good? Okay, cool. Yep, so we got grant money. So I think that's it. Are we ready to take the community photo? So at the end, if this is your first time, and at the presenter, at the end of 1 Million Cups, every Wednesday, we take a community photo that you can find on social media. You can go find your smiling face on Instagram, LinkedIn, maybe, and other places. So please come together, come on up front, come on, get up, come on and say hi to the camera. Carmen will be taking the photo. Presenter, come up front because you were the one that presented, so we love our presenters to be at the front of the photo. And then our coffee sponsor, we love you guys to be at the